Leo, well, let's now have a look and see what's coming up around this person and this connection in terms of what is bringing the both of you together, the basis of this connection, and then the strengths and challenges. Okay, Leo, I feel like this card's popping out for you. Okay, color. This doesn't surprise me that this card has come up in regards to the connection. Color is all about eventfulness, excitement, a range of emotions. It's all about variety. It's all about intensity. It's all about vividness. And I think this very much coincides with what I've been saying in the general reading. I think it's a very apt card for this connection. But let's look at the numerology. It's the number 4 here. So I feel like that is quite a practical component to this connection. I feel the number 4 is about concreteness. So I almost want to say that the way this person feels about you, it's very concrete, meaning that they have strong emotion, and vice versa. You could have very strong emotion for them. Because 4 is solidarity. So this makes me think that's coming up again. And I sort of mentioned that with the tower, solid foundations, the solidarity of the wall. I think that's something that you may have to work on, or something that's going to be quite a big theme, quite a big motive, okay, in this relationship. But let's have a look at the strengths of this connection. Okay, the Hierophant. This is desire, this is strength, this is admirability, this is support, this is encouragement, respect, honor. There's a lot of this coming forward here. The Hierophant is about looking to something and following its lead, or trying to respect or understand one's opinions, one's thoughts. So I'm sensing that this is quite a major theme between you and this person. I do feel like there'll be a lot of respect for one another, okay, so that's always a good sign. The Hierophant does represent Taurus, which is Taurian energy. It's Venus energy, essentially. And this is about clarity and ownership and concreteness, but it's also about romanticism, Venus-like energy, sex, compassion, love, intimacy. So this could be a very strong theme in your relationship. This could be an area where you really shine with this person. But I feel like they'll listen to you. I feel like this is listening and taking everything in. So I think if you're sort of voicing concerns towards each other, or trying to talk about things, I think for the most part there's something about negotiation, or being able to communicate in quite a strong way here. But you know, you've got the 9 of Pentacles. This is powerful. 9 of Pentacles, complacency, satisfaction, bliss, gratitude, doing things for each other, making each other feel special, maybe career-wise, professionally, financially. There's a lot of compatibility between the two of you, or you see eye to eye in those things. And you know, we shouldn't ignore that. Yes, for a lot of couples, you know, these financial matters and practical matters are very important, and it is important to find someone where you do find that that common ground with. And I think this is someone you'll find that common ground with in this relationship. But the 9 of Pentacles is also it makes me think of this person is quite spoiled. You know, he's enjoying the lavishness. There's falconry happening here with this lush vineyard. So I feel like it is someone who will strive to make things right for you, or will strive to make you comfortable, make you feel desired, Leo. That's always nice. And vice versa. This could be you that really strives and goes above and beyond for this person. But the 4 of Cups is also here, and this is about epiphanies and realizations. So I feel like you'll learn a lot about yourself in this relationship, and vice versa. This person will also be learning a lot about themselves. But together, I feel like a lot of epiphanies around this relationship and around this connection. And I mean, that's quite special in itself, Leo. So I think with the 4 of Cups coming up here, there's a lot of new feelings you're going to feel for one another. But I think there's also divine intervention. You'll also be guided towards each other. I think it's like the universe, the fates, the gods, you know, call it what you will. It's almost in favor of this relationship. It's almost like vouching for you in a way. But I think there is divine intervention, and you will be guided in the right aspects of this connection, which is very powerful. But I think it's also a card of surprises, and I think it's your ability to constantly be learning something new and constantly have excitement in a relationship and keep you on your toes. And I think that's going to be one of your strong points here, the ability to always surprise each other in a very pleasant and beautiful way, to go above and beyond, to, you know, really outdo each other in a way that's humble, of course. So that's very, very nice to see, Leo. Let's have a look at the challenges, though. Okay, lots of water in these cards here, which points to emotional upheaval. Page of Cups can be a bit of indecisiveness, elusiveness, mystery. It's also very mutable energy, so it's a little bit back and forth. So emotions, I definitely feel like there's an intensity, or there's a wave of emotion that's coming towards in this relationship. But it's an overwhelming energy. The challenges are, it's important to not overwhelm each other. And I say overwhelm because the Ace of Cups, read in the context of challenge, is that so much is given that we either take it for granted and don't show gratitude, we get overwhelmed, we say no to things, or we look at them differently. This is about being in two minds. This is about indecisiveness. Oh, well, I really wanted them when they didn't want me, or now that they've done this, I'm sort of put off. It's this back and forth, this interchangeability, Leo, and it could be detrimental to the relationship because so much is given. Although we see the hand of God that emerges twice. Look, I definitely feel there's a big reason why this person is entering your life, and I think there's a big reason why the two of you will be getting together, and of course what you'll be learning together. But back to that overwhelming energy, the water that sprouts from the chalice here. This is the chalice that's overflowing. Too much happening at the one time, and you not knowing how to receive it or understand it or be patient with it. And sometimes we get into an energy when we feel overwhelmed, and when we're overwhelmed, we push people away, Leo. Now, it may be you that's sort of displaying this energy, this behavior, or it could be this other person. I don't know if there's a bit of fantasy projection, and look, that happens to most of us when we come into this relationship, either from traumatic events or from previous relationships or previous standards, or what we felt in those other relationships. But you're coming into this, or someone is coming into this, with a bit of a fantasy, because Pisces is the dreamer of the zodiac. Pisces, read in the context of challenge, this is emotional uncertainty. This is attachment that's very heavy, and I sort of knew that coming into this reading. I knew that it would be a more intense one for you, this relationship, and you'll definitely see it. You'll definitely see it here, Leo. I think you'll be blind if you can't notice this. I think you will. You'll catch on, okay? You'll catch on, Leo, because the page talks to the fish. You know, it's a bit whimsical. What I want to say, it's a bit far-fetched. So I don't know if this person is going to expect you to pull a rabbit out of a hat here for them. I don't know if this is what you're expecting from them, but it could be a little bit unrealistic, fantasy-like, whimsical. I feel it's something to do with that. I really do. I could be wrong, of course. Each situation is going to be very, very different, but I feel like you know, the Ace of Cups can also be tradition and customs, so maybe there's something areas where you may differ on those. But I think that's come up as your strength here as well. So I don't know if it's your biggest strength, but also your biggest downfall somehow in this connection. But the Two of Swords, you know, you've got that moon here, which is Cancer, more water energy, Cancer energy here. Cancer can be the past, Cancer can be codependency or clinginess. So that might be coming up in the relationship. I will leave your reading at that though, Leo. So I thank you for tuning in.